Prepare a coffee here. Thanksgiving special. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope everyone's enjoying their Thanksgiving holiday and Thanksgiving dinners there down in the United States of America. Our majority of our viewership is from America that watches this channel under the analytics, and I think the second most viewed, believe it or not, is Australia. Views this channel a lot, so I want to thank. And well, I think Canada's like third or fourth on the analytics, which is fine. Just because I'm in Canada doesn't mean people should be watching. It could be anything, right? So I got some fresh cream here. I'm gonna make myself a nice morning coffee with you guys. What are you guys up to? What is going on? Tell me in the comments where you're at in this crazy world. I'm gonna wash my mug, do some dishes with Mike in the morning. Yeah, man. I got the Mike in the night ready for you guys for this Saturday, okay? I just have to put a title. So what should this week's Saturday's title be? Mike of the Nights, I think it's episode 469, I think. So what should we call it? Mike of the Night what? What's happening in this world? Right? It's getting things are getting super hectic right now, and you could feel it. You could feel it in the air. You could feel it everywhere. Literally, I know it's a song, but I mean, you could feel it. You could feel it. That something's about to go down. And I've been talking in the back end with Dr. Mysterio about certain things that I think is happening. And unfortunately, because the things are so far-fetched of what I think is going to go down, I really don't want to bring them up because a lot of people will dismiss me as an absolute lunatic. What happened with the long power outage? Oh, we got it back up. We got that back up, and we ended up doing a Mike of the Night for 3 hours after. We ended up doing a Mike of the Night 3 hours after the power outage. They finally got it back on. I think it was off for 7 or 8 or 9 hours, depending on what area you were in. Some places got hit harder, right? But turn on some hot water here cold water here before I burn myself. So who else is out there? Anybody out there? Where are you? Morning coffee with your man Mike. How? Wow, that's long. Yeah, minus 14, minus 18, buddy. That's how it works. Don't you guys ever forget that. That's how it works. I'm going to get these 2 dishes out of the way. I'm going to pour my coffee here with you guys in preparations for morning coffee with Mike. Episode on Odyssey is ready to go for Mike in the Nights. I just need a title, guys. So if anybody has a title for me, what they think we should call the next show. Because right now it's all in the air. It's all in the air, right? It's all in the air. Yeah, grocery shopping, guys. I've been grocery shopping a lot lately. You know, for Christmas and stuff and getting things ready. Donating to the food bank a lot to the food bank. Like if I see something on special, I pick it up and just drop it off at the food bank. I buy it at the store at clearance or whatever, a couple of flats or whatever, and I take it to the food bank. But the other day I had to come back after because they were overwhelmed with people at the food bank. Food bank lineups are nuts. People lining up at the food bank, nuts. Never seen anything like it. It's out of. There's a lineup before the door opens, like Black Friday. So you have all these Black Friday people, right? Waiting to buy their TVs, and then you have people, I guess, who are out of credit now or ran out of money, right? People who ran out of money, or people who just don't have the cash, waiting outside the food bank, lining up. So, yeah. It is Thanksgiving, though, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. It's Thanksgiving weekend in the States. And to all my family, shout-outs to my family. I got family in Nantucket, New Jersey, Attleboro, West Attleboro, in Massachusetts. Put some water on the face here. So where you guys at? Comment below. Let me know where you're at. Okay, right, guys, I'm going to throw some coffee in the mug. And we're going to kick off some morning coffee with Mike. Yes, it's soccer season, by the way. So it's the World Cup. So who's going to fix what? It's going to be interesting to see who they're going to let win. It's who they're going to let win the World Cup. It's not the best team that ever wins. It's always who they feel should be able to take it. Just like the elections, who are they going to select to win the World Cup this year, right? So, oh man, we got 11 people watching. Pouring my coffee right now as we speak. Oh yeah. 11 viewers. It's Morning Coffee with Mike Thanksgiving special. I thought I'd do this sometimes so you guys could see I'm just a normal guy just like everybody else. And, you know, I make my coffee just like, you know, people, I don't know, people think different, I guess, with people that go live and stuff, that they have a very private, hidden life. I don't, nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. You can join me at my store anytime. I'll make you a coffee. You come and see me anytime, I'll make you a coffee. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Let me move it on. Move on the show into the main store here for you guys. I got the store set up really nicely, guys. Nothing majorly nicely for Christmas, but if you see here, I put all the little glitter stuff everywhere. I got the USA England match here ready to go. It's going to be a very interesting. I watch soccer for the officiating. I don't even watch it because I like the officiating and see how they fix the matches. Hello, Merry Christmas, says Trump 1. Merry Christmas and Jesus loves you, my friend. What happened with the long power outage? Yeah, that was a long power outage, guys. That was a question that was asked a while back in the stream. And just here at the shop, chilling out. And let's get to the computer here. Guys, Mike in the Night, tomorrow night, Saturday. I'm going to be with you guys tomorrow night on Mike in the Night. Let's name tomorrow's Mike in the Night on Odyssey. What should we call it? I could go right into it right now and fix it for you guys. Mike in the Night what? Mike in the Night, the world's in... What should it be? Mike in the Night what? Oh, it's going to be 470, guys, not 469. What? Yeah, we've been doing this for a good while now. Oh, it's already got 2 dislikes. Orlinger Brooksters already disliked the show. So we're gonna edit this. We're gonna update and we're gonna change the basically to 470. So tell me live on the show right now, what should we call the next Mike in the Night? It's got to be 470, that's for sure. We'll change that to 470. Oh, I don't think we could change that. Okay, episode 470. What should we call the next Mike in the Night? Anybody? Episode 470, Mike in the Night. Well, what I could do now is I could go down here and save it for you guys for tomorrow. So we know it's 470. And we have our thing ready to go here. So I'm going to save it, 470. Okay, so anyways, guys, what happened was... What's the topic of the show? No. The question is... What should we talk... It's not even topic anymore. Because every couple of hours, even during the show, there's huge changes. But here, hold on a second. There's something here called Bill 36. So there's something happening in Canada that's actually big, but we can't talk about it here on BoobTube. So I'm updating here the episode 470 of Mike in the Night. There's no really topic of the show because but by the time the show starts, whatever we were going to talk about is already old news, right? So we kind of try to jump on it and talk about it as we go along, right? Are you familiar with the jobs postings they had at the beginning of 2020 for the United States nations? disarmament officers. No, actually don't know. I don't know about nation disarmament officers. And that's probably a big deal because they're working, again, at destroying the um, the fabric of society is what they want to do. You know this, guys, right? Just trying to see if there's. Oh, okay. So down in Brazil, they're doing a hard census. I've already spoken to. I've been on the phone with people like since they caught wind of my video I made 5 weeks before the election, that elections in Brazil will spark civil unrest as opposing or whatever wins the fixed election. So they caught wind of that video. Like, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about, or he knows this is all rigged, right? So here it is. Steve Bannon and Jason Miller reportedly advising Brazil's Bolsonaro on the next steps after stolen election. So the people of Brazil voted for Bolsonaro. Now, they're doing a hard census. There's people I know personally that are going door to door and asking, we're not mad. We just want to know who you voted for. That's why they don't want to know who you vote. That's why you're not allowed. It's a secret who you vote for, because it's all fixed. Because if everybody knew who everybody voted for, obviously that the person that won the election shouldn't have won the election, right? And what's the point of keeping it private of who you voted for, that when you are a Democrat or whatever you are, they're going to come and shit on you after anyway? What's the point if they're going to shit on you after? That, you know what I'm saying? So this way, if there's transparent voting and everybody knows, everyone can see on a big screen, ooh, that tallied. Ooh, he voted for him. Oh, no, who's he voting for? What's going on? That would be we live in a completely different world. Because a lot of the people that were selected over the decades and centuries that used democracy as a tool to vote in leadership by the people would be a completely different world we'd be in right now. We'd be in a completely different face of a planet. But because they had to put the garbage in, right? The selected garbage that's pretty much going to destroy everything we worked for, because they don't care, because they're getting funded by the public sector, right? By the private sector. So I got the US here ready to go. It's going to kick off in about 45 minutes. And I'm pretty excited about US and England. And yeah, so there's lots going on. And this is a treat for Americans because it's Thanksgiving weekend in America, right? So they get to sit down, watch a soccer match, and see what the referees decide who wins the game. And that's usually who it is. The referees make the decisions. They kind of are the sway of the game. You could have the best team on the world, but if a ref doesn't like you, right? There's a lot of things I could talk about on that, and I'm not going to go on to that because there's no point. So anyways, let me tell you guys a story about this whole Brazil election thing too. So I had a guy, local from here, Merritt, come in, scream at me. Scream at me. Yelling and freaking out on me. Now, it's a local guy from here. I think he's born and raised here too. And I even asked him, so what language do they speak in Brazil? He doesn't even know that. Doesn't even know what language they speak there. The most populated country in South America. So I asked him, and then he's yelling at me that Bolsonaro needed to be out because he's burning the rainforest and he's starving children. And he dropped out of the Paris Agreement and he made fun of Leonardo DiCaprio. You don't do that. And I'm like, why not? You don't do that. So he basically came in, ripped me. You should have seen, it actually bothered me, like right till the next morning when I woke up. He was so ripping me apart that they voted him out. I'm like, no, nobody voted for the guy that won. He goes, good, because cheating is good if it's for a good cause. It's like, oh my God, again with this. So this is, I don't know if it is in anywhere else or where you guys are at or where you guys are, from. Is there a motto going around your area that cheating is good only for if it's a good cause? Like, is that going around where you guys, because this is in my town, everyone's saying that. Like, I was at the grocery store the other day, a lady said it. A lady came into my store a week and a half ago, said the same thing. Like, is cheating good if it's for a good cause. I mean, what's the point of doing any of this stuff if they're just going to cheat it out? So that's the situation we're facing here, folks. This is what's going down right now. And we're at a point right now where, okay, it's a new saying, says Braveheart. Okay, it's a new saying. Okay, I just want, because they know that we know they're cheating. And the people that, I guess, mainly in the public sectors, right? These people mainly in the public sectors don't want to lose their jobs, their six-figure incomes, right? They don't want to lose these six-figure incomes because they got a sweet gig. They got it really good. So you see what I'm saying, right? So like teachers making six-figure incomes, doctors making medium six-figure incomes. They don't want to lose all that, right? Because you put a government that's going to be accountable, it's going to be a big problem. Walking Journey sent me an image, but I can't see it because I'm live with you guys right now. Mike, I truly believe we are seeing people who have been given a reprobate mind. Hey, Grindhouse Cartoons in the house. Mostly Portuguese from what I know. From somebody saying there. Yeah, so there it is right there. It's there. We were talking about, I don't know if you guys remember that episode of Mike and the Night from 2017, where we got into a really huge discussion with Supreme Canon, where I was asking him, I truly wholeheartedly believe there's NPCs. And then after Alex Jones, all these places started picking that up. Right after, we were talking about, are there NPCs, non-player contacts? Are there NPCs? Are they whatever they want to call them? Is this for real? Like, are there people on Earth purposely as, I call them interferers. Interferers on Earth, right? So, interferers, right? Walking Journey says he checked with his other channel. He cannot see his comment. So let's see if it's let's see if his comment, let's go right now live. Somebody is commenting that they can't see their comments. I'm not deleting nobody's comments. I want to make that very clear. And if anyone has something to say about me that's smart, I usually pin it to the top. If someone wants to comment on my weight, someone wants to comment on anything they want to comment, I usually put that on the top, pinned. Right? Or somebody wants to call me out because they know me really well, right? Okay, so let's go to manage videos. Let's see what Walking Journey is talking about. He's saying that he cannot see his, so let's go to comments. Okay, comments I haven't responded to yet. Let's see, comments held for review. Oh, here you go. It's held for review. So there it is right there. So when you get like if you get, I have to go and manually approve every comment. And the promise, see, I have to go in and I have to, there's hundreds and thousands of comments here that get blocked. And they're held for review, right? So I have to go in periodically and allow the comments, right? Sometimes I forget. I get busy. I don't have time. I'm doing stuff with the family. Like this whole next week is just a bulldozer of nonstop things, right? Going on, right? So it's really hard to go in and approve. It doesn't allow me to select all the comments and approve them once. I got to go to every comment and approve it. How effective does your solar panel system work? It perfectly. Battery's fully charged right now because it's kind of sunny outside, and yesterday was sunny all day. We got my because it's a tie-in solar grid with a battery backup, which is really hard to find on a sub-panel. So all those circuits on the sub-panel, guess what? Guess what? They're all being powered by the sun while the battery's already fully charged for backup emergency. Yeah, we're good to go. I just need, next year, if I could afford to, I'm going to try to get another battery so I could run my second battery, and I could run, I want to get up to 300 amp hours, right? So this way I could get the most of it, and I could run pretty much a day and a half fully off grid with no sun, right? But no, it's been okay. It's been okay. So, got the World Cup ready to go. Here, soccer. I love soccer. I grew up in soccer, and I grew up watching. From being a Portuguese growing up, watching soccer, the match fixing, the one-sided reffings. Because you're Portuguese, you see it, but the other team's saying, "Oh, this is a god. This is a soccer god. This guys can do anything they want." But when you're on the Portuguese side and you're watching it, you're like scratching your head, like, "Are the referee watching the same game we are?" Like, but that's just how it is. Yeah. So look at this guy right here. I don't like stupid conspiracy theories. Just stick to believing Santa is real. So they're trying to flip the script by making it sound like we are nuts or something, but implementing something that we know that isn't real. So even though I like the entire premise of this too, prove 8 billion, fun with unprovable numbers, all holding us hostage. And then someone says, I don't like your stupid conspiracy theories. Let's see what we got here. I think Facebook will be around as long as it gives the government great intel, because it's not what it was designed for anyway. And all these stupid that are addicted to fluff will never let Facebook go too narcissistically and shallow. Next time this happens, take the family up to Kamloops. I got a generator. We got boots on the ground to help flip the script. Believe this is happening in California. That's right. We've been calling it California for a long time, right? But it's really sad how I like I have to go through these. I got 60 days to go through these, and it doesn't allow me to select all of them, so I could just you know what I'm saying? But that's that right there. Woo! Thanksgiving morning. Well, it's Thanksgiving weekend, sorry. And you got the British and the Americans, they're dancing in the stands. Oh, it's going to be really good. This is 1777 all over, 1777 all over again. 1776. So it's going to be a very interesting time. But, you know, they get us, right? Birth rates have dropped below replacement levels here in India ever since the introduction of magic liquid. Oh, well, we are talking about birth rates in India. It used to be super massive. Simon Shaw in the house, and then we got Grindhouse Cartoon saying, Mike and the gang, you got to get on Netflix and watch the soccer football movie. I was one of the lead storyboard artists that animated the feature. Oh, really? Is that the one where they're actually fixing soccer matches? Because soccer is all it's all garbage. You only see soccer being fixed when you're on the team that always never wins anything, or when you see how specifically it's so obvious for so many decades it's the same bullshit. Like you see it when you're on the losing side every single time. You see how you start to see the patterns on already how you will lose your next match. And it's not because your players suck. It's because the referees, the linesmen, all the match fixing is just beyond. And we're going to see how the refs shape up here in this match today with the United States and England. All right, what else do we got going on here for my people? Okay, let's go over some headlines here. What am I allowed? Oh, see, what am I even allowed? So, guys, does anyone have a topic idea for Mike in the Night? It doesn't have to be a topic idea, a title for episode 470 of Mike in the Night. I have it here ready to go for this Saturday for you guys if I don't have a power outage. There it is, Mike in the Night 470 on Odyssey. And if you guys want to, I got the Orlinger Brooksters already disliking the video before it even starts. So if you guys have any ideas for the title for this show, right there, I will put that in right now. And I can edit that and fix that up right now for you guys. All right. Canadian real estate prices to fall 30%, early stages of recession here on Oxford Economists. And someone's saying anything. Oh, Mystic Beast Productions in the house. Anything that brings together, including team spirit, they deliberately destroy. Exactly. Call it episode Who's Behind the Scenes Running Things. Yeah, we could call it that. So Canadian real estate prices to fall 30%, early stages. So people are wondering, nobody cares, Mike, about this. Yeah. When you buy one little condo unit there, one little condo unit there, a little one bedroom for $690,000, $800,000. That's about 550,000 American for one little one bedroom, and you're paying $800 to $1,000 a month in strata fees. That's a big problem. It means that Canada has no middle class, and there's not 39 or 50 million people living in Canada because no one could afford to live in this country. So if the people that built this country can't afford to live in it, we got ourselves a big problem. All right, let me see here. Here, let me piss off a bunch of people today. I don't mind pissing off people once in a while, but it's really nice to kind of throw things out there once in a while, just to help people out, make them feel, like they've gotten a great deal. So when somebody tells you about this great deal they bought on a house in Canada and they paid $1 million over asking, you could just start doing things like this to piss them off. 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, 154,000, 155,000, all over different parts of America. Well, different parts of the South, so it's actually warmer there. Look at that nice starter house for a family, 125. People are thinking, Mike, that needs a lot of work. Mike, this and that. There's houses like 1/4 of the size of this thing in Vancouver, 1/4 of the size of this with no land in Vancouver that sell for $3 million. So there it is right there, folks. So if you're living in Canada or Australia or New Zealand, this in Sydney, Australia, with 3 acres of land, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, this thing would be, I'm not joking, this thing would be probably like $40 million, $35-40 million with that square footage and that type of house and historical and all that stuff. Yes, it pisses me off, says Simon Shaw. Oh, there's pages of this. This just keeps going on forever. There it is right there. It just goes on forever. You don't like the brick for that? Oh, okay. Maybe you'll like this one. You don't like that one? Because you don't like the side house? You don't like the extra house on the side for grandma with the wheelchair ramp, and you want to you don't want that kind of property because, you want something else. Oh, yeah. Then you could go ahead and finish this one. Finish that property. It's more contemporary. 7 beds, 3 baths, 4,300 square feet. So there it is. We could be here for hours going over all these properties. I was looking at this one actually the other day. It's got lots of land, 130,000. Property tax is less than, I think, $204 a year. So I was looking at certain things like that, just kind of looking roughly at percentages and stuff, and we could be here all day, guys. I mean, how many hours do you have to look at all these homes? So there it is right there. So you buy that. Anything I just showed you there in Canada, like any one of those houses, would be $2 to $3 million. Oh, Mike, that's 230,000 American. Okay, 290,000 Canadian. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But those houses in Canada, $3 million or more for those houses. Dude, Ohio has cheap land. Come on down. I can't live in America. I tried to live in America. I told you guys this a million times. I did everything by the book. I made sure I wasn't stealing an American's job. I got a company to sponsor me. I did everything by the book. Everything. It took me like 4 or 5 years, and then they told me they weren't taking my kind in. So Mystic Beast Productions say they have been moving the homelessness or the homeless out of the parks in Barrie. Yeah, well, Barrie, Ontario is very cold, right? Someone says I need to smile. But yes. But yeah, Barrie, Ontario is very cold. It's up north, right? So I'm kind of concerned about that. Like, this is okay. So when people look at Canada, okay, it's like when somebody's looking and they want to look statistically at a place, they would say, okay, Canada, okay, it's got socialized medicine, it's got socialized education, it's all paid for. The government pays for it through taxpayers, so it's you're taxed high. You would think it would be very cheap to live in Canada because nine months of the year it's cold. So you would, or 8 months of the year it's cold. So you would think, okay, it should be cheap to live up there. It's just too damn cold. It's an inconvenience. It's this and the cost of energy to heat the house. You would honestly think, yeah, it'd be dirt cheap to live in Canada. It's the opposite. It's so damn expensive to live here in this. It's gotten to a point. And I've been making videos 10 years ago. It's there. Wages not keeping up with inflation from 10 years ago. Food being priced out of food. I think the video goes back 7-8 years. Right? So this is the problem we're facing here. This is the problem we're facing. And Amerifornia is coming. If you think Amerifornia is not coming, they're going to find a way to impoverish the American middle class. This administration that's in there, or this all this garbage, that's all this fake voting and all this garbage, is going to basically cost Americans everything. It's going to cost Americans absolutely everything. So there it is right there. So firecrackers. I am a retired social worker, sorry. I have seen the complete destruction of social services that help people. Can't work without a stable residence. Yep. Very interesting times we're living in, folks. Very, very interesting times we are living in. And I don't know what to say anymore about it. It's like, and the public servants, right, at the high level, like, I'm talking about like school teachers, like a lot of these people at these levels they're making huge amounts of money so they could keep up with the 1985-86 basic lifestyle of living, right? And that's the problem. Like, to live like we did in the 80s today in Canada, you'd have to have millions of dollars. And we discussed this with Supreme Canada again on trends in the housing market back in 2018. We were talking about this and how, like, to live in Canada like you did in 1987, you need to be a multi-millionaire. Is it cheap to buy land in the country and build your own house? No. I had a friend build a house not too long ago. It cost him $670,000 to build a house. Like, and it's not as big as the ones I was showing you there for 120 grand in America. It was, I think it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story house, but it was very, it's not, yeah. But I don't know what to say anymore. It's just beyond anything. Like, we're at that point. To buy land here, let me show you that article. 100 times over the assessed value. Right here, I'll show you guys. 100 times over the assessed value. This is what land goes for in Canada. The assessed value. Let's see if it comes here. Here we go. Sorry, 11,000 times. Here we go. Richmond Farm, that's in Richmond, BC. Sells for 11,000% over assessment. So it sold. So basically, the farm was assessed $85,000 and sold for more than $9 million. And that's laundered money. This all has to do with lots. It has to do with money. It's all money laundering, right? It's all people parking their money in Canada. And a $98,000 farm assessed, and it sells for $9 million, right? $85,000 farm, $85,000 sells for $9 million. That's the problem we have here. We're screwed in this country. They don't want us out of here. If I try to sneak across the border and try to get amnesty or whatever in America from the Canadian side, they'll arrest me on the American side, put me through deportation process, and charge me and fine me, and then send me back to Canada with a no return policy to America. But if you come from the Mexican side, you get a free phone. A free phone. But I believe, in my heart of hearts, because I lived in Mexico for 2 years, in Canada, we are being more oppressed here in Canada than they are in Mexico. Believe me when I tell you. Here, well, but you have your house, my God. Everybody's in debt. Nobody has money. But nobody's looking at that. They're looking, oh, but you have house. You have a government that takes care of you. I don't want a government that takes care of me. I don't want socialized medicine. Look what it did to my dad. So, anyways. There you go. They're singing the national anthems right now. Woo! Oh, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know what to say, guys. I'm at this point right now. Vacant land. You could buy vacant land in Youngtown, Ohio for $1,000. Heck, you could give it. The city would give it to you if you kept it for care of the lot. Yeah, because there's no money laundering in Ohio. Ohio wasn't a targeted money laundering location. Seattle was. Washington State, Seattle. Oregon was. California was. Vancouver, Canada, that whole West Coast. New York was. Okay? Massachusetts was. Those states are heavy funded by money laundering. Big money. And I keep telling you guys about Amerifornia, but no one listens to me. I've been telling you about Amerifornia since 2017. But no one listens to me. With this new Biden selection, you guys watch. And he's thinking about running in 2024. Yeah, he's thinking about running again in 2024. Yeah, $1,000 an acre in the country. Yeah, no, not here. It's beyond that. What happened to my father? We'll talk. I already talked about that on many videos. What is Amerifornia? Amerifornia is basically America turning into California as a whole. High unemployment, multiple layers of government, multiple... Guys, I don't know. I'll be opening here in a few minutes. I don't think there's nobody outside. Amerifornia is basically America turning into California. All of America turning into California. Poop on the streets, 10 layers of government, 10 layers of this, 10 layers of that. You guys get me here? That's what Amerifornia is. The layerness of governments. The high unemployment. Yeah, Hill Dog too. Yeah, Hill Dog has a chance. Hill Dog. It's not because people will vote for Hill Dog in the next election. It's because people, they would just do what they did with this election, right? So, it's kind of busy out there. We're gonna have a big Santa Claus parade tonight. It's gonna be really good. And if you're in the Merritt area, come on down and check it out. We'll be here. And yeah. America's going to kick off here against England in a few minutes. And I want to wish all my American friends a very happy Thanksgiving. And I want to thank all shout outs to my family in Nantucket and where else? Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I have family all over the place. West Attleboro, East Attleboro, Seekonk. Where else? Providence, Rhode Island. All family living there. It's a big shout out. Any chance not being president's election in 2024? Well, if they'll do whatever they can to keep the current establishment at the power, right? Maybe create like a monarchy type thing in America where they keep this current establishment because of all the damage that they claim the previous establishment did. Where I live, in the town I live in, guys, They actually believe that America is doing so poorly and bad right now is because Biden's cleaning up Trump's mess. This is a small town in Canada that they believe that America is doing terrible because of what Trump did during his presidential. That they actually believe that. And I tell them, no, Biden canceled 34,000 drilling permits. Canceled the Keystone Pipeline. No, that was Trump. Trump already put that in motion to shut down energy. Like, you got to be kidding me. And guys, I actually want to send you guys, look, I want to show this to you guys. I really want to show this to you guys. Because everyone thinks I'm full of crap all the time. So watch this. Go to the channel community. Go right here. Watch this. Okay, so I think climate reparations are a gigantic waste of money, 96%. An opportunity of a lifetime, 4%. So you go to the channel community section on the YouTube channel. A Real American Hero. We'll do everything we can to block climate reparation payments. We can block it. And there it is. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Right here. Video I made 4 years, 7 months ago. They are working towards a fake energy shortage, oil wars ahead, taxation to fund broke cities. So there it is, 4 years ago. As cities go broke, they'll need to fund their BS spending by creating fake shortages to allow more hidden taxation as inflation creeps in. I have been bombarded. Look at that. So I wanted to put that up there for you guys because I knew this is the plan of action here, right? So, and yeah, I hope everybody's doing well out there. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's actually gonna be +7 centigrade outside, so it's not gonna be as cold. Been living in a fridge for the last 3 weeks, and I'm gonna be putting up some pictures here and stuff for Christmas. Anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in, being part of the channel, liking and subscribing. And if you guys want to go to donor box, there's a link at the top of the channel or in the about section if you want to donate to the transmission. I'll see you guys tomorrow night on Mike in the Night, Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget to be there on Odyssey, and where we open our lines to callers. You guys have a great day, and I shall talk to you guys again. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.